All right, are you ready? Haha, yeah, haha. Let me change the title and stuff. This game is Twitch safe, by the way, so if you're worried about like seeing questionable content, there is, if it's safe for Twitch, it's safe for us. Let's check out the settings menu. There's just dinosaur noises in here. How's the game audio? Is it cool? All right, new game, let's go. New game, let's go. Here we are. Streaming? Consider turning on the Twitch votes mode in the Twitch menu. This way viewers can help. I don't have enough viewers for this to be relevant. You'll just have to accept all of my answers. Or maybe you can just voice them in the chat and I'll take that into consideration. Warning, the game includes content that deals with mature topics and sexual content that's not appropriate for all audiences. Use a headset so nobody can hear you. What is this, a Dark Souls start?
1824, when archaeologists found the bones of creatures believed to have lived more than 230 million years ago, the world was turned upside down.
We got lore. Can you hear the voice acting okay? There's not much of it in this game. Can you hear it though? Don't worry, it's subtitled too, so you can read it if your ears don't work. Actual plot? Oh yeah, this game is story rich. It's a bit low. Here, let me fix that. It's a bit low for real? A rare instance of I have to make something louder? Compared to other noises. Okay, hold on. Okay, how's that? I could have just read all this anyway. Do you know what does not have bones? No. Breasts do not have bones. That's true. There we go. Okay, there we go. I feel like I should be reading this out, but it's too late now. Dinosaurs had fat, juicy milkers. This is real, by the way. This I believe this is true. I believe this to be true. Millions of years later, after dinosaurs roamed the earth. Present day, by the way. That wasn't obvious. Oh boy, I gotta read all this. The dinosaur looks around the room while moving her knee up and down, nervously. She anxiously looks around the unfamiliar room, her eyes wide open. It's an old, musty room, just like in the movies. A therapy room so stereotypical that it almost seems to be a parody. If only it were a parody. She can't help but be a little bit nervous. I am quite the introvert, and I am not used to talking to others about my feelings at all. But Mr. Robson was right. It's time to start working on myself. She hears a mature hand confidently push down the handle of the door to the office. That must be the doctor. Wait, do I look presentable enough? She quickly snags a mirror from her handbag to inspect herself before he enters the room. Customize your character. We can only customize genitals. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. What the You know what? Let's go with that one. Skyrim character content, character creator. Perfect. A deep, manly yet reassuring voice is heard from the entrance behind her. Good afternoon. My apologies for the long wait. Look at her arm. He reaches out his well-manicured hand as he introduces himself as Dr. Lionel Pogastot, but she may call him Leon. As a rough texture of his calloused fingers grip her hand tightly, a warm feeling comes over her. With a friendly smile, the imposing doctor takes a seat opposite of hers. The chair creaks under the weight of his massive, muscular body. Wow. What a man. She slowly looks him up and down from head to toes. A voice like a subwoofer, arms like tree trunks, and those trousers as if they're the push-up bra of pants. She can hardly focus on what Leon is saying while her mind wanders. I have never kissed someone with a mustache before. I wonder what that would feel like. Get it together, DDinosaur. What is wrong with you? You're normally not like this. Let's have a look. The bulge is insane. Impatiently, he goes through his papers. I see that you're here because you feel a bit confused. Is this correct? Before DDinosaur has a chance to answer, he continues. Sorry, what was your name again? Oxzua. It does seem that you were a bit confused indeed. With a friendly smile on his face, he glances over the papers in his hand. DDinosaur notices that there is a very calming aura surrounding him. I see here that your name is DDinosaur. Is this correct? That's right. That's right. DDinosaur with double D's. Nice. Nice. I must admit, I am quite nervous. There is no need to be nervous. This is just an initial interview to get to know each other a bit. Because the more I know you, the easier it will be for me to help you. That is why we are going to do an introduction test first, so that if you turn out to be dumb, I know if I should talk to you in a condescending tone in the future. Not to worry, there are no right or wrong answers in this initial interview. Are you ready? Yes. The dinosaur is a little bit nervous, but nods determined towards Leon. Alright, time for the first question. In a few words, how would you describe yourself? Insecure. Leon takes a good look at her. Yes, I can understand that. Look at her tears. Her tears are pooling up on the top of her... Whatever. On to the next question. What is your favorite activity? Dancing. Oh, really? So you really enjoy being physically active? Tee-hee. The dinosaur doesn't really answer his question, but instead is just creepily grinning to herself. Alright, then let's move on to the next question. What is your favorite song? Whole Again by Atomic Kitten, Unbreak My Heart by Tony Braxton, Ding Ding Dong We're the Champions by Crazy Frog, Careless Whisper by George Michael. Careless Whisper is pretty good. I'm gonna go with Crazy Frog though. Really? Call me pathetic, but I can't listen to this song without getting choked up either. What, Crazy Frog? Cute. Next question. What is your favorite snack? Extra large cheese pizza, pancakes, chocolate chip cookie. I'd like to use a lifeline. My real answer here would probably... My favorite snack? Dude, pizza's not a snack and neither are pancakes. Those are a meal. Chocolate chip cookie? Chocolate chip cookie is a snack, so I'll go with cookie. How's the audio? Please tell me so that I can adjust it accordingly. Good luck, PETA. Oh, what a good choice. I really enjoy that too. I feel like I'm really getting to know you a bit already. On to the next question. Here we go. There we go. Did you know that some claim that people who cry during a movie have a higher emotional intelligence? Personally, I'm a bit skeptical about that. I doubt whether people who cry over a drawn dead lion are really more intelligent. What is your favorite movie? Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Titanic, or Garfield? My real answer out of these is probably Lord of the Rings. It's so cool, right? He quickly collects himself and again hides his enthusiasm behind his professionalism. Is that what this is? Wow, I didn't expect us to have this much in common. The game music's a bit loud. I agree. Let's just... How's that? Is that better? There we go. Too bad I don't have anyone to watch movies with. Anyway, next question. Name something you really enjoy. Teehee? Let's see. Biceps, long moustache, hard six-pack, well-groomed cuticles. Six-pack. Oh! This was the easiest question yet. DDinosaur thinks as she sneaks a peek at his hard six-pack. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? DDinosaur's feeling relieved. Although she was a bit more reluctant to open up like this, it wasn't all that bad. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. What is your favorite dinosaur? Oh no. Does he know? Why else would he ask that question? DDinosaur starts sweating between her sensual thighs and underneath her breasts. This was a mistake. I never should have come here. Wait, I have to answer. Otherwise, excuse me, I might come across even more suspicious. Which of these is the best dinosaur? T-Rex, a long neck. One of those flying ones. The one with a club on his tail. I like him the most. The one with a club on his tail. Okay. Your answer. Very peculiar. With a questionable look on his face, Dr. Leon turns his attention to his notes. Alright, all done. Believe it or not, these answers can teach you a lot about a person. And I, as a therapist, have already gotten to know a lot about you. That you take these kinds of tests very seriously, for example. Dr. Leon points out her sexy sweat. He hands her a tissue. Don't worry, that is a good thing. It means you take this session very seriously and are willing to work on yourself. That is the first step. Very impressive. Thank you. The dinosaur feels the stress leaving her body. Looks like he didn't notice after all. I am way too stressed. Maybe the therapy is a good idea after all. If something like this is already sending my stress levels through the roof. Yeah, she doesn't want people to know that she's a dinosaur, by the way. The dinosaur takes the tissue from Dr. Leon and wipes the inside of her moist thighs dry. I'm sorry, where can I put this? Don't worry about it. You can just give that to me. Carefully, he grabs the dampened tissue and stores it in his cheek, like a hamster. Looks like you've had enough for today. I would suggest making a new appointment for next week so we can really get into it. Alright, that sounds good, doctor. Please, call me Leon. I will, lion. You can call me Leon. Sure thing, lion. Alright, week 1, bedroom. The dinosaur is lying in bed. A thin sheet just barely covers her enormous body. Because it is quite warm, she is not wearing any other clothes. Curled up against her is her best friend, who also happens to be the cutest cat ever. That was a strange day, Mr. Robson. You're usually my only conversation partner, but today I was sharing my most personal opinions with this random, attractive stud. Here's Mr. Robson, by the way. He's normal. Let's take a minute to look at the artwork in the back. You can see in the top center, there's the dinosaur, and she's hitting the peace pose in front of the meteorite that destroyed like life on Earth. There's also Mr. Robson at a birthday party, and there's Mr. Robson and the dinosaur cuddling cutely on the bed on the nightstand. You're so sweet and cute. She tickles his cute little cat feet. No. Gross. Why? He likes it. Oh, thank you for confirming that. Mr. Robson is my oldest and most loyal friend. He may not be that talkative, and sometimes he falls asleep when I'm in the middle of a sentence. But I feel like I can always talk to him about anything. I don't know if the therapy is already starting to work or if I'm just glad it's over, but I feel a lot lighter already. Maybe it's a good idea to go back for another session next week after all. Meow. I must say it was quite a shock when Dr. Leon sprung that dinosaur question on me. What if he finds out that I'm actually a dinosaur? On the other hand, there will come a point at which it will be inevitable to share the real reason that I'm visiting him. My loneliness. I've been lonely for millions of years now. She lets out a sad sigh. But thankfully, I have you, Mr. Robson. He's vibrating. I love you too, Mr. Robson. You're right, Mr. Robson. Nobody can truly love me if I don't love myself. Words to live by. Is Mr. Robson, like, really emotionally intelligent? Please, Mr. Robson, don't get political. Damn, Mr. Robson, you don't keep on topic, bro. A week has gone by already when DDinosaur finds herself in Dr. Leon's waiting room again. She can feel her sexually attractive belly rumble with nerves. Do I really know for sure that I want to go through with this? It all feels so vulnerable. She arrived early, so she doesn't feel like she has to go in right away, but despite her hesitation, the clock on the wall seems to be ticking faster and louder than usual. Getting food? I'm not stopping, but don't worry, you might not miss much. Sigh, maybe I'm making a mistake coming here. Then the dinosaur notices the overly attractive man that is sitting just a few seats away from her. From the corner of her eye, the dinosaur sneaks a peek his way. When she sees him, she can barely believe he's real. A jawline that has been chiseled by a sculptor. A hairline that could break off a hedge trimmer. And that body, wow, as if his place of birth is dreamland. It's like he stepped straight out of a Ken TM box. But then instead, with the essential parts that is missing from an actual Ken doll. Toes. Hey Joe, what'd you come back to? Possibly one of the greatest games of our generation. He doesn't even seem to notice me. He must think I'm a monster. He is wiping what seems to be cat hairs from his shirt while he's unintelligibly muttering to himself. Then DDinosaur does something that even surprises her. She musters up some courage and actually decides to speak to him. What did you come back to? You might not want to let your children see this. A cat owner, I see. He looks up. Oh, these hairs? No, it's just that I can't stop strangling cats. That's the reason I'm meeting with Dr. Leon. That is all sex appeal has just left this man's aura. That is crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just kidding. I know. Not funny. Haha. No, it's my bad. I guess I'm just a little tense about my appointment. Well, you wouldn't be the first person who doesn't understand me. He then stares at the sky for about 2 to 3 seconds with an emotional look on his face. Very sad. But yeah, anyway, Ashley got this free fur coat. He gestures to the hair on his shirt. Because I just can't leave my house without cuddling my cat. Call me a little bitch, but I just love that furry little guy, you know? Well, I find it very endearing. The dinosaur is taken aback by how easy it is for her to talk to this attractive stranger. It's normally never this easy for me. She looks around in her purse. It must be here somewhere. Here it is. Look, she's a Triceratops now. Look at this artwork. The artists like don't give her a specific, like they don't care what dinosaur she is, so they just draw her as different dinosaurs in like every single scene. The dinosaur hands him one of those cat hair rollers. Look, it's covered in cat hair. Look at this fucking guy. He's basically just wearing like underwear. His sexy fingertip accidentally touches the dinosaur's hand lightly. A wave of goosebumps roll over her bare shoulders. Handy, thank you. Accidentally growl. The dinosaur lets a small growl slip. Oops. Bless you. Phew. Luckily, he didn't notice. He starts brushing his tight shirt. While holding his shirt up to brush it, the dinosaur catches a glimpse of his shiny six-pack. Out of excitement, a drop of sweat squirts out from one of her pores, which makes her catch herself peeking just... What the fuck? What am I I'm sorry. A drop of sweat squirts out from one of her pores, which makes her catch herself peeking just before he makes eye contact with her again. What the fuck is this? What time do you have to go in, huh? Have to go... What? Well, I assume you're not just here for the comfortable chairs. You're waiting for your appointment as well, right? He makes an XD face. It's so stupid. Oh, yeah. The dinosaur looks at the clock because she understands it. In just 3 minutes already. That went fast. Hmm? In 3 minutes? Wait, me too. You're not going to tell me that I'm... Gosh, I'm an hour early again, am I? That sucks hard. If your appointment is at 11 o'clock, then yeah. Well then, at least I'll still have plenty of time to be ashamed. The dinosaur accidentally lets out a giggle. You too feel each individual sweat drop emerging onto your skin on the daily? Yeah. It's a very, this is a very relatable game so far. With a friendly nod, he reaches out to give back the cat hair roller. Take it. I can't even leave the house without this thing. Otherwise, people would think I'm a mammoth. That's how much hair loss Mr. Robson has. He hesitates for a moment. Is Mr. Robson your husband? Huh? Wait a second. Is he trying to gauge whether I'm single? Or is he really just not funny? Well, just before she's about to reveal to him that she's single, the door to Dr. Leon's office swings open. The dinosaur with double D's, come on in. It's time for your appointment. Oh well, I wish you the best of luck with your strangulation problem. Tee-hee. Wait, what? How do you know about that? Well, it's not so much a problem as it is a solution. I wasn't talking to you, Doctor. Oh, of course. Come on in. Oh, boy. Welcome. Please take a seat. Dr. Leon gestures to a chair that clearly has a whoopee cushion on it. Wow. I knew he was attractive, but I didn't know that he was a comedic genius. I love a man with a brilliant sense of humor. Wait. I wonder if this is one of his psychological tests. Sit down. The dinosaur sits down. A hilarious sound fills up the room. Yeah? Ew, dude, like shitting into an oil drum. Are you happy now? I am, thank you. She notices a sparkle of pride in Dr. Leon's eyes. Leon's sneak increased to 100. Good. How are you doing this week? Infinity itself. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm concerned you know what shitting into an oil drum sounds like. I can you know, whatever. How are we doing this week? I'm a bit nervous. I'm going to be honest with the therapist. I'm a bit nervous. Don't worry, we'll take it slow. Leon's warm voice alone calms DDinosaur a bit. After all, coming here is a big step already, so be proud of yourself that you're choosing to work on yourself. DDinosaur appreciates his understanding, and that he leaves some of the buttons on his shirt open. That is also why it is common to do a relaxation test during one of the first sessions. A relaxation test? Yes, this one often helps people calm the chaos and busyness in their heads, which in theory should make communication about problems easier. The dinosaur looks at Dr. Leon's strong fingers that look like they could be world heavyweight thumb wrestling champions. I hope this relaxation test is a massage. We will try to achieve this through a massage. Jackpot. Okay, please lie down. He gestures to the couch in the corner of his eye. Why can't I speak? Ugh. She bares her back and lies down on the table, sloshing her colossal slammers onto the table. Okay. When she carefully rests her head on her arm, she feels her heartbeat vibrating through her bosom into the leather sofa. Calm down, DDinosaur. I know I've been lonely for millions of years, but he's just doing his job. He can't help being a man-god either. Are you comfortable and ready? Victory dance. This was a very bad choice. She's going for it. Let's just move past that. Oh. Okay, now close your eyes and try to relax. He does look like Omni-Man, doesn't he? Infinity. Breathe in and breathe out. When Leon presses his manly palms on DDinosaur's scaly shoulder blades, waves of goosebumps roll over her entire exposed body. Now try to calmly get all your feelings in line. Do this by pressing spacebar at the right time when the emotion blocks are floating above the pillar. Keep the tower as straight as possible to keep your emotions balanced. The space... What? You just noticed the bulge? Oh yeah, it's he's wearing dark pants. It's a little bit hard to see, but oh, this is very... I'm feeling calm and relaxed already. The inconsistencies in her wardrobe, the whole game is just like, whatever. Leon gently begins to apply pressure to DDinosaur's sexy back and gently rubs her body up and down. Just interested. When Leon's rough fingertips gently touch her shoulders, she accidentally lets out a sensual moan. Sorry, did I hurt you? No, sorry. Act normally, DDinosaur, you're making it awkward. Relief. Release! Longing. Disgust. When Leon's warm, moist hands apply light pressure to her attractive shoulder blades, DDinosaur feels like she's being wrapped in a blanket of peace and quiet. What the fuck is that? That wasn't peaceful at all. That sounded awful. She notices her heartbeat calming down. The familiar, chaotic thoughts are slowly fading as Leon's voice keeps sounding a little further away. Anger. Perfectly balanced. Luck. Stress. Breathe in and breathe out. Confusion. Uh-oh, I'm fucking this up. Romance. Afraid. In full control, his strong hands glide over her hips, again followed by a wave of goosebumps. The dinosaur's eyes almost disappear into the back of her head as she is overwhelmed by the ecstasy of the relaxation. Of course, he's a professional, but she's still surprised at how comfortable she feels with Leon. Is that aerobics in the background? Our tower's getting... We're losing slivers, and it's... She begins to wonder if she has ever felt this comfortable with someone before. Sad goodness. Sorrow. Oh man, this is getting deep. She finds it hard to stop her mind from wandering with Leon's powerful hands near her amphibious legs. Arousal. Luck. Her cheeks slowly turn red as her thoughts wander. She has never felt such powerful hands be so gentle. We're really going for it now, huh? I really just fucked that up. She bites her lower lip as she notices that his hands, smeared with massage slime, are getting closer to her tail. She lets out another moan. Are you okay? Enough with the massage gun. Don't stop. I'm fucking this up. I can't balance these emotions forever. What's gonna happen? With the weight of all the stress lifted from her shoulders, she struggles to not say things she normally would never dare to. Fear. Are they just repeating? I think they are. The bodybuilder in the back. You should be watching Elden Ring. You can... Honestly, Elden Ring's probably the better choice. She knows it's daring, but DDinosaur is considering asking Leon to massage her inner thighs. Just man chest back there, huh? Did you see the goat? Leon. Could you maybe move your hands to my thighs? Oh, she's really asking. Leon hesitates for a moment, but then she feels his hand sliding down little by little. A warm glow is pulsing through her entire body. His hand slides up and down. We're really going here, huh? Up and down. Uh-huh. Ooh, that one was really bad. Each time it gets a little closer to her cloaca. Oh. 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 Wait, my cloaca, but what if he knows? Her heart skips a beat as her relaxation collapses like a Jenga tower. Everything goes black for a moment while she almost drowns in a tidal wave of stress. One overpowering thought can no longer be suppressed. What if he knows that I'm a dinosaur? Her head dinosaur claws. Her head spins like a carousel when she's overcome by her negative thoughts. Beneath his calloused palms, Dr. Leon feels the dinosaur's heart suddenly speed up. DDinosaur. What did he just say? Dinosaur? She starts breathing faster and deeper. DDinosaur, are you okay? He knows! I knew it was a mistake to come here. It's all becoming too much for DDinosaur. The millions of years of built-up emotion are too bottled to be resolved in just one session. DDinosaur, listen to me. Stay calm. His deep, soothing voice almost immediately calms down the whirlwind of the raptors and shit in the background. Breathe in and breathe out. It's hard for DDinosaur not to calm down around Dr. Leon. His calm presence makes her feel like she has known him for a lifetime. Oh! Massage therapy. Achievement unlocked. Relax as long as possible. Hell yeah. Gamer points. DDinosaur notices that she is slowly calming down again. Are you feeling a little better now? DDinosaur takes another deep breath as she feels her cloacal hole relax again. When she slowly calms down, she instantly starts feeling ashamed of her thoughts just now. Oh, sorry. I didn't know what There's no need to apologize for anything. No one expects you to solve this in just 2 weeks. You did great. Blush, devour him. What do you mean, devour him? A dinosaur's eyes aren't very good, but they can detect movement. When Leon puts his pen away, she strikes. Oh my fucking god. She quite literally is eating him. Look, she's a raptor. Look, she's got her fucking like claw in his neck artery. Game over. You ate Leon. She's crying because she ate Leon. blush. The dinosaur appreciates his words very much and starts blushing. After all, it's common knowledge that the opinion of an attractive person is more important. Still somewhat dazed, the dinosaur smiles gratefully after hearing his reassuring words. Leon takes a seat back at his desk while he gives the dinosaur some space to get dressed again. This was an intense session, so I think we did more than enough for today. He remarks as he takes some notes like a doctor would do. Oh, and by the way, before you go, I noticed you talking to that attractive man out there in the waiting room. And while I'm not allowed to share anything personal about him due to doctor-patient confidentiality, I would still like to advise you to be cautious when talking to him. That's all. Be cautious? That's strange. I didn't get an impression that I couldn't trust him at all. Other than the whoopee cushion from earlier, I have no reason not to trust Leon. Leon confidently sinks back into his chair. Fuck. He sat on the whoopee cushion. I'm pushing TOS. I'm really not. Plenty of streamers have played this, apparently. The dinosaur is lying in bed on her toned stomach with her long legs raised high up in the air. Her toes curl as Mr. Robson, who is snuggling sweetly against her, gently kneads her with his little paws. Another intense day. Who would have thought that getting a massage could be so tiring? I'm a bit ashamed, though, of how I acted with Leon today. What in the world possessed me? Mr. Robson lies down on his back. It's his way to tell the dinosaur to stroke his chubby belly. Yeah, his chubby belly? Bro's got a six-pack. A lot of cats don't like their belly rubbed, so this means he must really trust me. It's so cute. Bro is built like a pillar man from JoJo. Haha, you're so cute. As the dinosaur slowly runs her nail over Mr. Robson's belly, she can't help but think back to that man in the waiting room. I can't help but think back to that man I met in the waiting room, Robson. It made me feel something in my gut that I haven't felt since the Jurassic, the second and middle period of the Mesozoic era. That attraction. But still, I keep thinking about what Dr. Leon said about him. Be cautious? Why would he say that? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll probably never speak to the mysterious hot male again anyway. Well, I for sure won't if I stop going to the therapy sessions. I just don't know if it really suits me, you know? I mean, what's the end goal? I'll never be able to tell Dr. Leon that I'm a real dinosaur, or colloquially, I can't word, large reptile from the subclass Diopsida and the infraclass Archosauromorpha anyway. Yeah, I know, you're probably right. Only 2 sessions might not be enough to know if therapy will help me get over my problem, my loneliness. But I'm still not promising I will keep going. You cute little guy. Robson closes his eyes contentedly the way cats do. Bzzzt. Her phone vibrates next to her on the bedside table. What? Mr. Robson, who is just beginning to drift off to sleep, jolts up for a moment and then slowly closes his eyes again. Cute. What is this? A message from an unknown number appears to be on the screen. Hey, is this you? I have no idea who this could be. This must be a wrong number. The last time I gave out my number must have been that time a guy stopped me in the street about charities, but only because I didn't want to say no, because otherwise the word charity would make me feel like a bad person. That must have been half a year ago or so now. How could I respond to this? No. Hey, is this you? No. Message sent. Whatever. It's getting late. Next to her, she feels Mr. Robson twitching in his sleep. He's full on vibrating. He must be playing in his sleep. So goddamn cute. She takes a photo. Look at the photo. Look at the photo of Mr. Robson. He is cute. Look at him. Hey Infinity, you're itching for someone to ask you for a game recommendation. Are you going to recommend them to Dinosaur? Then her phone vibrates again. It's another message from the unknown number. She gets a funny feeling about it while reading the message. What do you find more important in a potential partner? Personality or looks? What is this? Yet for some reason she's intrigued by the question and decides to answer in all honesty. The answer is obviously personality. Have you ever tried living with someone who is just like completely insufferable? You'll want to, like, die. You'll legitimately want to die. Personality, obviously. Message sent. What a weird question, but still interesting to think about. Is that how I really feel? Startled, she almost drops her phone when she receives another message. Huh? Did you know that this is what most people think? Personality 60%, looks 40. Yeah, I live with me. That's crazy. Okay. I guess I agree with most people on this. Interesting. But still a bit creepy. I wonder who that message could be from. She looks at Mr. Robson, who's taking a nap in full ball form. You're not stalking me, are you, Robbie? He doesn't respond to her because he has no interest in the subject, but he is still cute because he looks adorable. Yeah, good plan. I should go to sleep too. It's already getting late. When she lies down on her side, her breasts slap together. Startled, but with a tired look on his face, Mr. Robson looks up. No, don't worry, Mr. Robson. It was just my gargantuan bosom. Just go back to sleep. Robson, behave! Besides, I'm a dinosaur, so I don't even produce milk. That's too bad. I need a snack. Another week has already flown by. The dinosaur is sitting in the waiting room again, anxiously, waiting until Dr. Leon calls her in. She looks at the clock. She looks at the clock. Look at the waiting room here, by the way. There's a desk with a chair. The clock is very shittily drawn. Is that a common boob issue? Is it? Is it really? It's almost time. I'm curious what this week's test will be. The clock says 10:10. I guess it does. For a moment, she thinks about the possibilities of today's test. Hopefully, one day it will be a pregnancy test. The door to the waiting room flies open. She looks up when she hears someone jogging into the waiting room, panting sensually. Hey, it's that babe from last week. I wonder if he remembers me. Hey, Dinosaur. Dinosaur? What? How does he know? How? The Dinosaur immediately feels herself getting red hot and stressed. Suddenly, she feels like it's hard to breathe, as if her juicy throat is being squeezed tight. Whoa, how do you know that I... Your name? I overheard Dr. Pogastot calling you into his office last week, remember? Oh, yeah, right. No, I'm sure. I think that I don't think any part of this is stock images or AI. It's all hand drawn. Absolutely. I mean, look at it. You can tell. Although she feels reassured, her heart is still pounding in her throat and her nipples, which look very small due to the enormousness of her breasts, are hard because of the tension. Oh dear. I hope I did not come across as a full-on creepy crawler because I remembered your name. Yep, hurtful. Yep. I mean, it was just such a unique exotic name that, I don't know, for some reason it stuck. Don't worry, I see it as a compliment. I'm glad, as long as he doesn't know my secret. Wait. You're not going to tell me your appointment is in 5 minutes, are you? Yes, it is. You must be kidding me. Am I too early again? I really need to change my clock to daylight savings time. Well, at least I won't have to be bored in the next 5 minutes. You underestimate just how boring I can be. Did I really just say that? Why do I feel so comfortable with him? Normally I don't talk to people that easily at all. Am I especially not with someone... Oh, and especially not with someone as attractive as him. I bet his scrotum is huge. The Dinosaur is a ball man. Okay. I mean, bro's got like a coconut in there. Are you kidding me? Well, challenge to not get bored accepted. I'm sorry, I'm so wet, by the way. The man gestures to his toned body drenched in sweat that looks like he just worked out. I'm normally really not this moist. It's okay. The dinosaur accidentally bites her lower lip while looking at his sweat-covered, shiny biceps. It would be arousing if it didn't smell so bad. She gets startled when she sees her own reflection staring back at her in his sweat. Get a hold of yourself, DDinosaur. I just came back from an intense day of dancing. Oh, really? Dancing? That was our favorite pastime. I really like that too. Are you serious? Awesome. Yeah, I really like to challenge myself, but I couldn't really concentrate today because the whole time I had this song, Ding Ding Dong, We're the Champions by Crazy Frog stuck in my head. You might have heard of it. Yeah, I actually love that song too. Wait, he's a cat lover, loves dancing, and he loves music that is made solely for the purpose of being liked too? I must be dreaming. Haha, it's a beautiful song, isn't it? Can we get some context here right quick? Hold on. If you haven't heard the song Ding Ding Dong by Crazy Frog. Here it is. It's literally We Are the Champions, but the Crazy Frog version. And it's a great song. Context is a great song. Yeah, thank you. I'm so sorry. Macker? I'm sorry. It's a beautiful song, isn't it? But tonight I'm going to take it easy. First, I'll take a nice shower, and then I'm just going to sit on the couch to watch my favorite movie. Chocolate chip cookie. Macker's fine. Watch my favorite movie, Chocolate chip cookie. You fucking moron. Did this guy listen in on our conversation that I had with Dr. Leon? Is that he... But he's getting the... Hold on. Is this guy like uber creepy? I'm getting like red flags. This is weird. Oh. I don't think I know that one. Well, we can't literally like all the same things. Thank you for following and coming in. Who cares? He's hot. Ah, true. It would just be scary how much we would be on the same page. The nervousness that DDinosaur felt in her abdomen earlier has completely disappeared. Her nipples are still rock hard, by the way. He's not my husband, you know. Huh? Mr. Robson. I knew what you were talking about. I just want to come across whatever. Haha, it's my cat. He's very cute and sweet. What's your cat's name? Relaxor. I love that little guy, you know. Honestly, I just don't know what I would do without him. I know what you mean. With a charming smile that could hypnotize her, the man smiles gratefully. Then their conversation is suddenly interrupted by the door to Dr. Leon's office swinging open. The dinosaur with double D's, please come on in. Okay. Your bet is on Leon being the killer? We're trying to fuck these guys. Not get killed by them. What are you talking about? The dinosaur stands up. Due to the laws of gravity, different parts of her body gracefully jiggle. Oh, is that what that noise is? A graceful jiggle? Oh, before I go, what is your name anyway? Dr. Leon? Are you dumb or something? Anyway, come on, and we'll start a memory test. Dr. Leon sits at his desk and looks through some of his paperwork. While reading, he holds onto his glasses as if that will make them work better. Please, take a seat. Keep standing. Weird. Are you... Weird. How are you doing this week? Perfectly fine. Then why are you here? Good point. As I said before, this week it's time for a memory test. Not only because you seem to have forgotten my very easy to remember name, Dr. Leonel Pogostat, but just in case we forgot about that. But also because you forgot that last week I tried to plant the seed of distrust about that mysterious man in the waiting room. While the doctor is talking, the dinosaur is staring at his broad shoulders. I wish he planted a seed in me. Okay. I know what you said, but honestly, he seems like a great guy to me. Look again, I can't say anything personal about him because of the whole doctor-patient confidentiality thing and blah, blah, blah. But trust me when I say you have to be careful, and not just a little bit, too. Maybe you're right. But will you be right? We're gonna find out today in the memory test. Dr. Leon takes a stack of cards from his desk and spreads the cards face down across the table. Try to find as many pairs of the same card as possible, but be aware, there is a time limit. Are you ready for the memory test? But what if I get a low score? Wait, what are we gonna do again? Bracket hilarious. I get it. Maybe you also forgot that you're not funny. All right, here we go. Oh, it started? Apples, banana, hot dog? Apples? Ouch. Yeah, that was rough. Do any of these food items look a certain way to you? I finished the game. That was so easy for me. Dinosaur speculates about whether her IQ may be at genius level. This was just the first round. Huh? Oh shit, we got it. Oh, we got lucky? Veiny eggplant. Nice. Are you starting to understand the game? Yes, I think so, but there's still some duplicate cards in the game. Oh man, they just come quick. Oh, I'm fucking this up. I'm fucking this up real bad. Come on. I'm fucking this up real bad. No! Why am I like this? I got it. Sorry, I was just panicking. I was just panicking. The dinosaur suddenly notices something about the design of the cards. Am I really that lonely? Or do these images remind me of something? Uh-oh. That one, that was just really bad. Melons? Where were the melons? Melons? Eggplant? Apples? Leon sees the dinosaur blushing while looking at his cards. He proudly nods. Do you like them? I've made them myself. Yeah, they kind of remind me of fruit. Yeah, I'm a real foodie. That's why. Uh-huh? Burp. Oh, that's gross. Shit, I'm forgetting where everything is. Okay. Haha, don't laugh at me. Eggplant. Cherries? Eggplant. Cherries? Oh! Rough. Rough. Not good. I might actually just be stupid. You're doing great. The dinosaur is staring at the cards as if they are prey, while her heart rate increases. Keep it up. Chocolate tipped banana? Come on, bro. Banana. I'm having a rough one, man. Apples. Apples? Eggplant? I can't remember where anything is. I'm actually just this stupid. No, I'm cooked. I'm just actually this stupid. I'm just legitimately this stupid. It's so fucking over. It's easier if you flip them row for row. Maybe. I'm stupid though. GG. No, that sucked ass. That was just really bad. That was a disappointing showing. I like lost my gamer card for that. Wow, a world record. Leon is perplexed. I'm really impressed with you. Not just the looks, but smart as well. He stammers for a moment. Oh, my apologies. That wasn't very professional. I don't know what came over me. The bulge, though? Oh, yeah. The dinosaur giggles. He probably says that to everyone who is attractive and intelligent. But what did you think of the test? I worked quite hard on it, and you're the first one to play it. Don't worry, I can handle criticism. Does the title roll off the tongue nicely, you think? Constructive criticism. Or, it did seem a bit familiar, constructive criticism. Okay. He just kicked me out. He just kicked me out. He didn't like what I had to say, I guess. Why do you have all these dinosaur emotes? I mean, I really appreciate it. Look at that. You got a Robson. You got a Robson and whatever the mysterious bulging man is. Whatever his name is. The dinosaur is lying in bed with Mr. Robson snuggled warmly against her. He tries to wash her feet by licking them. Teehee, Mr. Robson, stop. I just took a naked shower already. What a day, huh? Did Dr. Leon really accidentally tell me he finds me attractive? Teehee. I've never seen him lose his composure like this before. It kind of made him adorable. I can't deny that it made me feel good. Especially since it came from someone with such impressive traps. As opposed to a clothed shower? Yeah. The game had to tell us specifically that she was naked. The trapezius muscle, or Monkshood muscle, is the diamond-shaped muscle at the top of the back in human anatomy. Thanks for telling me. The hot guy reminds you of Johnny Bravo? Baby. Yeah, whatever. Whoa, mama. I was kind of shocked when that mysterious sexy man just called out my name. Do you think he noticed that I reacted so tensely to it? Sometimes I think that it might just be easier if people knew that I'm actually a dinosaur that emerged about 230 million years ago in the Triassic as a split within the broader group of dinosauriforms. But I'm afraid that people would not accept me. Maybe he or Leon would understand. They seem like such warm people to me. Or maybe they'll never talk to me again. Mr. Robson is licking his salty anus with great precision. Dinosaur lets out a giggle at the sight. Haha. Robson always puts a smile on her face, even during moments like these where she feels insecure and anxious. He was there for me from the first moment I met him. It's been years now, but I still remember it as if it was yesterday. The dinosaur looks up, trying to activate a flashback. It worked. I still remember him lying there in that wet bag. Oh, we've got Robson backstory, and it's sad by the looks of it. It was a rainy night when the dinosaur was sobbing on her way home from a bad date, when she suddenly heard a strange noise coming from the alley. Was that a cat? She could barely hear the sound above the sound of the rain splashing on the street. But even when she thinks back to that moment, she can still hear that desperate cry. Sorry. A few final breaths, desperately trying to squeeze a hopeless sound out of an exhausted set of lungs. From the bottom of a dumpster. When she opened the dumpster and carefully removed some bags, the faint sound became a little louder. Then she saw the bag. The bag that Mr. Robson was in. A bag with just enough accidental air holes to keep him alive. When she opened the bag and saw him, curled up, shivering from the cold. So thin and starved that it really made his six-pack pop. But still, it was a very sad moment because of the almost dying part. What is that cat? It's Mr. Robson. Mr. Robson had a tough life. When Mr. Robson was just a cute little kitten, he was used as a model cat. Aww. Day in and day out, he was placed under blazing hot studio lights so that his owners could take pictures for things like memes, social media, greeting cards, and similar things in that vein. They only gave him just enough food so that he wouldn't act up and stay calm while they put him in awkward positions, in funny outfits, and in front of the camera. Aww. Mr. Robson didn't know any better. He gladly did it for his owners. No! That's so sad. People like this are real, by the way. Be nice to your animals, for God's sake. Even under the hot lights, he cherished those moments because these were the only moments when his owners really paid attention to him. Even on the day where things went wrong. The day he got dressed up as a cowboy. Although it looked very cute and funny, he had not eaten for 2 days, and he was too tired to muster up the strength to stay on the rocking horse. He felt dizzy for a moment and slipped off the horse with his cute kitten body. He didn't even feel the impact he made from rolling off the table. He only saw a bright light. What the fuck? This is so sad. He can't even remember what happened next, but when he woke up, he heard his owners discussing what to do with him. They sounded concerned, and even though Robson was very weak, it made him feel good. Only then did he feel the burning sensation of his burn on his paw. He had rolled into the studio lights during his fall, and his hair had been burned away by the heat. I have my own Mr. Robson in here. Oh, he's running away. He came in to meow at me, and then he ran away as soon as I tried to grab him. On the way to the vet, Mr. Robson was very scared. He could not see a thing, and he was not used to the loud hum of the car. I can relate to this because I had to take my cat Ricky to the vet, Mr. Ricky. And he doesn't like the car, and it must have been so scary for him. And it made me so sad. He hadn't been in a car many times before, but he knew he had to put on a brave face so his owners wouldn't worry about him. Why is he in a bag? Mr. Robson wondered if his owners had maybe put him in this bag because they knew he was very scared of the vet and it would be way less scary for him this way. But then the car stopped. He felt he was being picked up, feeling the texture of the burlap sack scraping against his wound as he was lifted up. He stayed strong. He knew they were almost at the vet now. But then he felt himself suddenly being thrown down. The chaos made it difficult for him to hear what his owners' muffled voices were saying. When the water started to seep in from the bottom of the bag, Robson realized he wasn't going to the vet. He had been thrown into the water. This has to be a mistake, right? My owners would never do this, right? Confusing and desperate thoughts raced through his mind. The water slowly rose to his chest muscles, his neck, and up to his chin. Funny enough, the feeling of panic decreased the higher the water rose. This is really messed up. Maybe now I can finally get some rest. As he thought this, he felt just how exhausted he was from the past years, as if he was finally allowing himself to relax now that he no longer had to pretend. A tear welled up in the corner of his eye. Not because this was the end, but because even then he couldn't believe that his owners would do this. As the tear runs down his cheek towards the rising water, he slowly closes his eye. Save him! His owner's voice sounds panicky from outside the bag, while Robson now finds himself being carried away by the water. Robson opens his eyes. I knew it. But then he hears the voice of his other owner. Hurry! But it's already too late. The water was already up to his eyes. Despite that, Mr. Robson feels happy. Happy because he was so wrong about his owners. Suddenly, the water descends at a rapid pace from the holes in the bottom of the bag, and Robson feels himself being lifted. His owners open the bag carefully but hastily. Robson fights the instinct to squint as the bright sunlight shines in as they open the bag, but just so he can see his owners again as soon as possible. But when his cute little cat head peeks out from the edge of the bag, the first thing he sees are not the familiar faces of his owners, but the lens of a camera pointed at him. The years of being a cute kitten were long behind him, and a burn mark isn't cute enough to be put on memes and happy birthday cards. They threw him in the water just to be fished out again and filmed it. The video was then called Saving a Cat from Drowning. The video received millions of views and his owners became heroes. Once again, money was made from his suffering. Dozens of videos later, it took him longer and longer to recover. Mr. Robson was getting older and more exhausted than ever before, but his owners were happy, so he was happy too. Until the inevitable day came when they got a new cat to replace him. After years of treating him like trash, they eventually placed him in the trash, wrapped in a garbage bag, dumped in a container. What Robson remembers most about this day is that they didn't even say goodbye to him. This time there's no one around to save him. If the dinosaur wasn't there that night, no one would have opened the bag before the garbage was picked up the next day. I still remember it so vividly, those big frightened round eyes that looked at me when I opened the bag. Afraid that even his cry for help was something he would be punished for. But when I asked him if he wanted to come home with me, that anxious look turned into a grateful smile. And even when there was no reason for him to trust anyone else, he was there for me that night. He picked me up and took me home. Since then, home finally really feels like home. I could cry, man. The tears on her tits look like cum. Okay, Joe, we're kind of in the middle of something here. I don't know if you could read the room. Yeah, neglected pet content farms. Those are real. Those are real, yeah. It's okay. Next to her in bed, Mr. Robson looked at her questioningly. He then rubs his head on hers as if he could read her thoughts. He's an old cat now, but he has fully recovered. The hair on his paws grown back, and little of his burns are still visible. His shaved legs grazed the dinosaur's side. So cute. I love him. Don't worry, guys. Robson went through a harrowing, terrible time, but it was the kindness of the dinosaur and her colossal titties that saved his life. One new message received. She gets a bad feeling in her toned abdomen as she hesitates to open the message. It's the same number as last week. I have another question for you, but think carefully about whether this is really how you feel. Are you ready? She looks at her phone with a confused look. What kind of strange thing is this? I know this is my phone. I meant that message. Are you ready for your next question? Think you got the wrong number, bud. Bzz. She's visibly startled when she immediately receives the next message. The message only contains a question. A question that, although strange, actually makes her think. Can having a pet be a deal breaker for you in a potential relationship? She doesn't know if it's because of the therapy sessions, if it's just an interesting dilemma, or if she's just plain bored, but she decides to answer. I think it really depends on the type of animal. Cats perfectly fine. I would say, like, birds are probably fine too. Some birds are really loud and, like, frankly, like pricks. There needs to be a third option here that's just depends. It's not inherently a deal breaker. I mean, what if I wanted to date someone, but they had, like, a really aggressive large dog at home? And it's like every time she tries to take it somewhere, it's like it's got to be on a leash, and it's like really like aggressive towards other people and things, and it's just like kind of all around bad. And I can't go to her place because every time I do, the dog freaks the fuck out, for example. Or what if like, you know, I don't know. Like, I think the third option would be depends, but in general, I would say, yes, it can be. As owner of a largest dog, always leash dogs regardless of the temperament. Yes, absolutely. But I'm saying, like, you know, there's some animals that, like, they're just like, some animals are just not good with anyone except for their owner, and they don't always come around on other people either. Some animals are just like really, really gross. Like I knew a girl. This is great. I went to someone's apartment. This is kind of on her too. I went to someone's apartment with the intention to investigate her body, and I went and as soon as I set foot into her apartment, it just reeked of cat piss. And her cat was cute, but like there was just like piss stains everywhere from the cat just like pissing constantly everywhere. And I didn't giggity. I left so quickly. I was there for maybe 10 minutes. And then in my brain, I was like, there's no way I can like maintain an erection. with this. Also, she had crumbs in her bed. This was fucked up. I almost feel like I got pranked, bro. Like, there was a hidden camera. I got pranked. I walked into her apartment, and she had like 8 feet long of like countertop in her kitchen. All 8 feet of countertop were just covered in used dirty dishes. There were trash bags everywhere. It reeked of cat piss. Her bed had food crumbs all through it, and like I was like, okay, maybe if we go into her room and like I close the door, I won't smell anything, and we can just like, you know, I can get my nut off or whatever. When I sat on that bed and felt like food crumbs, I was like, I have to get out of here. I have to leave right now. I'm gonna say yes. Anyway, thanks Infinity. Enjoy your lurk. Thanks for following earlier too. Before she can even think about whether she fully agrees with her own answer, she receives another message. Interesting. Did you know that 20% of people give this answer? I'm in the minority. Not all pets are good pets, and not everyone is gonna be willing to put up with the same thing. Is that so? Huh? Yeah, you're right. It's getting late. Robson, do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Oh yeah, sorry. Rip. Yeah, rip. In a hurry and with a lot of sloshing sounds, the dinosaur walks in while looking at the clock. 10 minutes early. Luckily, well in time. I guess there wasn't any need to rush after all. Phew, I'm so hot. The dinosaur waves her shirt in the hope of cooling herself down. The movement makes her king-size breast slap against her chest. Nothing sexual, but it does happen, so. Dinosaur takes a seat in the empty waiting room. Is it weird that I dressed up this time hoping I would see him again? If he knew that, he'd probably think I was some crazy wall crawler or something. It's kind of weird to think that I would see him again anyway, after he was early for his appointment twice already. Maybe it's for the best. Dr. Leon isn't warning me about him for nothing. Still, she decides to fantasize about the man for a moment. What will I fantasize about? His veins. Ew. I don't like this guy. I think he knows he knows about us, like he was like listening in on our appointment or something. He like heard personal things about us. I'm gonna trust my therapist. I think that it's important to if the therapist says, I think I trust Leon more than this guy. I don't know. Maybe I should listen to Leon after all. She decides to fantasize about Leon. He is so wise. His throbbing brain is probably above average in size. She snaps out of it because the door to the waiting room swings open. The attractive man she met earlier comes rushing in. When he sees the dinosaur, he subtly stops rushing and tries to take a seat in the waiting room nonchalantly. With a big smirk, the dinosaur looks at the clock and then back at that beefcake. Early again, are you? I'm starting to think you can't tell time. The man looks at her playfully. That's because I was always late for my telling time lessons. XD. Awkward silence. Dinosaur stares at him with a questioning look. On his face, she can see that he is disappointed that he went for it. There. He will now be reliving this moment a few more times in bed tonight. Well, actually, if I'm being honest, I mean, he starts to stumble over his words. TBH, cringe as fuck. I want to be honest with you, but now that I'm about to say it, I'm afraid you're really going to see me as a full-on crazy fuck Skywalker. I'm sure it won't be that bad. This time I'm not really early, or, well, not by accident. I just really enjoyed our conversations last time, and well, I was hoping to run into you today if I arrived a little early again. You can clearly see that he finds it difficult to explain. I don't know if you agree, but to me our conversations somehow felt so familiar, so fast. More than conversations with Dr. Pogestad even. Is that crazy? Hey, Rebel, how you doing? Oh man, I must sound insane. He's so cute when he's embarrassed. Is that crazy? Yep. Yep, it is a bit crazy. But so is caramel sea salt, and we all seem to act as if that is normal as well. Dinosaur feels relieved and secretly less strange herself for hoping to see him again today. She sneaks a peek at his moist biceps that make any shirt look tight. She lets her prehistoric snake tongue slip out a few times to catch some of the scent. Oh, excuse me. Some reptiles smell with their tongues. I heard too, apparently. Hey, what's your name anyway? He hesitates for a moment. My name is Hunk. It's a little on the nose, don't you think? I know, it's a dumb name. But my parents are both obsessed with looks. My mother's a model, my father's an actor and plastic surgeon. Day in, day out, they're only busy with their appearance. Sometimes it even seems like the only thing that... Sometimes it even seems like looks are the only thing that matters to them. He emotionally stares into space for a moment. Very coincidentally, this is also in the direction of DDinosaur's half-bare feet. That's why I personally don't like superficiality. Nope, not me. I think the inside is the most important. In brackets, super cute. The name Hunk. I've heard worse, I guess. Hunk? I've heard worse, but you just had to think about it like this. At least your name isn't Leeham. Okay. Okay, man. Yeah? Yeah? Really? You really did that to me, huh? You really did that to me. At least your name isn't Leeham. Okay. That just... Alright. Man. Honestly, I think Hunk fits you just fine. Am I actually flirting? I normally never do that. I appreciate the compliment, but to be honest, I don't like being that attractive. I'm done with people just seeing me as a piece of sexy meat that they want to have sex with. No, I'm much more than that. The dinosaur stares at his breast while she barely listens to him because he's attractive. Bro caught a stray? Yeah, man. It wasn't even a stray. It was just like... They just pulled it out and fucking shot me in the leg. He's like, hey, here you go. Honestly, it only makes me feel so lonely. The dinosaur's heart skips a beat. Wait a minute, lonely. That's how I feel too. Hi, Cringy. A tear almost wells up in the corner of her eye, but then the door to Dr. Leon's office swings open. The dinosaur with big knockers. Come in, it's time for your appointment. As she stands up, the dinosaur looks at Hunk with concern and places her claw on his muscular shoulder. I feel sorry for you. Oh, don't worry. The doctor says that if I apply ointments for 2 weeks, it'll go just away. It'll just go away, excuse me. Come in. Hey, Cringy. It's a game for short. This is a great game. Give me one moment. In the meantime, please take a seat. I'm losing my ability to speak, and it's not good for a game that's completely revolving around speaking. Dr. Leon says, while he is sitting at his desk and intently looking through a book, the dinosaur notices that he looks very intelligent while doing it. The cover of the book reads, How to Pretend You're Reading for Beginners. Interesting. He puts the book down and takes off his glasses. While clasping his hands together, he leans his imposing body towards her. I know you previously had your doubts about coming back here every week, so I think it's great that you're really going through with it. Good to see you again, flirt. When hearing herself talk, she is shocked by her own flirty tone and tries to overcompensate by adding bitch to it. For today, I've prepared a coordination test. A coordination test? What does that entail? We will test whether what you can visualize in your head, you can also translate onto paper. Don't worry, it sounds more complicated than it is. Basically, we're just going to be drawing. Oh boy. During the first round of this test, we will test how good you are at visualizing something you see every day, preferably something you care about. Something that you associate with joy, like my sweet cat, Mr. Robson. Correct, that's a great choice. I'll give you 60 seconds to draw Mr. Robson as best you can from memory. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna draw Mr. Robson. Okay, he's got cat ears. And then he's just like super fucking muscular. And he's got a six-pack. Pecs. He's got pecs. And he's always like... He's got a colossal bulge right there. This really got away from me a little bit here. But, this essentially this. Alright, time's up. Let's see. Leon doesn't move a muscle while holding the drawing in front of him. Briefly, he looks at DDinosaur and then back at the drawing. Are you proud of yourself? I forgot his tail. But I think we did pretty good. Dinosaur holds up a photo of Mr. Robson next to her artwork to see how accurately she drew him. You don't know what my cat looks like. Maybe he does look like this. I'm pretty proud. Oh, that's all right. All right, for the second round, we're going to do things a little differently. I want to ask you to firmly hold onto your pencil and then close your eyes. For the next round, we will see if you can visualize specific topics without looking. In other words, drawing in the dark. DDinosaur closes her eyes gracefully. She finds it very exciting because she cannot see what Leon is up to now. Could he be secretly watching me now? Meanwhile, Leon picks something out from under his nail and wonders what it is. He then smells it and looks disgusted. I'd like to ask you to draw the following: an apple. You get 10 seconds. Are you ready? Yep. Ready? Start. I gotta draw an apple. Okay. Well. And then there's like the leaf and the stem. Time is up. Let's see the result. Open your eyes. Not super bad. What do you think? Not super bad, right, guys? We got all the... It kind of looks like a beetroot. Well, it was with your eyes closed, I guess. Filled with pride, DDinosaur looks at her drawing and then confidently nods at Leon. Alright, time for the next round. We're going to make this just a little more difficult. During this round, I would like to ask you to draw a clock in the dark, including all numbers and the hands at 5 o'clock. The hands at 5 o'clock? Okay. Okay, here we go. You've got 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got both hands at 5 in a circle. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Time is up. Let's see the result. Hey, I got the hands on 5 o'clock though. Quite beautiful for abstract art. The dinosaur looks at her drawing with satisfaction and wonders whether she might have bat powers because she functions so well in the dark. We're almost done. But we're bumping up the difficulty just a little bit more. For this round, I would like to ask you to draw a human face, including all features with your eyes closed. full of unearned confidence. The dinosaur nods as she closes her eyes. I have to draw a human face. Okay, you've got the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Ears, neck, and a little tongue out of the mouth. I don't know. Time is up. Let's see the result. Feel free to open your eyes. Not bad, but you forgot the eyebrows. Okay, it's time for the last round. This is an improvisation round. During this round, you can draw whatever you want. A test of impulsivity and creativity, whatever comes to mind. The possibilities are endless. A lot of people still feel this is more stressful than a clear objective. The dinosaur starts stressing because of the difficult assignment. I'm going to draw a Trogdor. I'm going to draw a Trogdor. The dinosaur feels relieved by his insult. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, let's do it. Let's draw a Trogdor. First an S, and then a more different S. Give him some fire and a big beefy arm on the back for good measure. Give him some winglings in case he's a wingling dragon. Some spikes. Oh.
You're done.
He just said, "You're done." Leon whispers softly into her ear. This micro ASMR sends a wave of goosebumps all over the dinosaur's voluptuous body. It's like her goosebumps have goosebumps. Wait a minute. What have you done? Huh? Oh no. The dinosaur opens her eyes. You ruined my ebony desk! She feels guilty when she sees that she accidentally drew on the ebony desk. I'm sorry. I couldn't see where I was drawing because my eyelids were covering my eyeballs. Leon tries to wipe the art piece away to no avail. When Leon sees the dinosaur's worried look, he is startled. It's okay, he says in a soothing voice. Can I make it up to you? Is there any way I can make it up to you? The dinosaur looks intently into Leon's eyes. Well, honestly, there is something I could think of that I would like from you. Leon just barely dares to look at her. If you ever want to teach me how to draw a cat like that, I would really appreciate it. He holds up the drawing of Mr. Robson she drew earlier and studies it with a satisfied expression. Sweet little guy, he comments. I'll hold you to that. You're really talented, you know. There's a moment of silence as they look deeply into each other's eyes. But then the dinosaur notices that Leon nervously looks away for a moment. Well, I think we put enough effort in for today. Will you be back next week? I think so. She hesitates because she knows that if she continues therapy, she will eventually have to share her secret. She is one of those full-on reptilian species. Are you sure I shouldn't fix the table? Nah, don't worry about it. You should probably first fix that little piece of snot in your nose. The dinosaur is shocked and, out of reflex, immediately wipes her arm across her nose. A dumb choice because everyone knows that now the booger is somewhere on her arm, which is probably even more disgusting. See you next week! For the rest of the day, the dinosaur wondered how long she had been walking around with a booger in her nose without anyone saying anything about it at all. I should have drew Luffy? Yeah. Whew. The dinosaur is exhausted and flopped into her bed without showering, her legs spread open. So her feet are still dirty for those who are interested. Yeah? Hear that? Hear that, lads? Next to her, Mr. Robson is purring in her arm. Pet his sweet little head. He is so cute. That was another intense day, but I do feel quite good about it. Is therapy good for me after all? Meow. Yes, I did see him again today. His name is Hunk. What a unique name, huh? And that for such a modest man. I wonder why he talks to Dr. Leon. You're right, I know. That's none of my business, but I'm still quite curious. No, I don't think it's his catnip addiction. That's generally exclusively a cat thing. Due to this exciting day, she's more comfortable than usual, and she starts to doze off almost immediately. The phone? Her phone, which is super coincidentally placed between her legs, vibrates. The dinosaur gets startled. Huh? Another message? Again?
Are you ready to be honest?
Huh? Yes, Mom.
What do you find the most attractive characteristic in a potential partner?
The most attractive characteristic in a potential partner? Talent, confidence, status, humor? I don't know, it'd be kind of nice if they were funny. I'd hate to just, like, be... You gotta be able to laugh with people, right? I'm going humor. Humor's important. I think good humor comes from being... smart and stuff. I don't know. She's startled when she receives a message back immediately. She opens the message. Did you know that this is what most people think? Status, 8.4%. Yeah, humor went out by a lot. Status, 8.4. Talent, 10.6. Confidence, 24.3. And humor, 56.8. Yeah. Huh? Is that true? She puts her phone on her bedside table and plops back down on her pillow with a serious look on her face. You keep sending me these kinds of things. Whether it's a wrong number or not, the dinosaur can't deny that it's interesting to think about. I have to say that humor does remind me of Hunk. Oh yeah? Maybe that's why I'm already secretly looking forward to next week. I know, that might not be the best reason to go, but if it motivates me to go to therapy, it might still help me in the long run. You're funny as fuck and dumb as fuck? Yeah. Me too. It's okay. Hey, that stat that we just looked at means that as long as you're funny, you're in a sense more... Like, that's more important to people than the other stuff. So... Just be funny. I can't deny that Leon has also piqued my interest. I know how it sounds. It's weird to say because I barely know them. Teehee, who do I like more? That's hard to say. I like Leon more for sure. The dinosaur dreams away for a moment. Leon. For a moment, she fantasizes about what it would be like if Leon were next to her right now. But then in a flash, as an unexpected lightning strike, the fantasy turns into uncertainty. Why would I even think about that? As if any of them would have a spark of interest in me if they found out I was a monster. An actual dinosaur, which emerged about 230 million years ago in the Triassic era as a split within the broader group of dinosaur forms. I will always be so alone. Meow. That's a very articulated and substantiated point you just made there. Anyway, it's getting late. Let's go to sleep. Meow. Robson, you really can't say that type of stuff in 2025 anymore. Whoa, Robson, are you making generalizations about Chinese censorship, bro? You're gonna get your ass fucking canned, man. You're not a furry, but the dino is hot? Well, yeah. But just so you know, she canonically has a cloaca, if that makes or breaks it for you. But she does have huge knockers, so... Also, we saw her literally kill someone earlier. A what? A cloaca. It's what reptiles have. They don't have a separate hole for anything at the end of their body. all excrement and eggs, everything, it all comes out of the same place. Birds and reptiles do that. If there's a hole, there's a goal. Yeah. You and I are not so different. All right, week 5, waiting room. When the dinosaur walks into the waiting room, she sees Hunk already sitting there. She notices that the knot in her stomach, which she always felt before, is less prevalent today, knowing that she is going to have a moment with Hunk. Dinosaur wants to play it cool, but she can't contain the smile on her cold-blooded face when she sees Hunk sitting. What the fuck is this? How do you feel about her now, Cringy? She looks at the floor shyly as she takes a seat next to him on one of the hard, uncomfortable chairs in the waiting room. He's so fucking stupid. Put her back. Good morning, Hunk. It feels strange to call him by his name. What a coincidence that you are here today. Good morning. For some reason, he seems a little nervous. He has a serious look on his appetizing face. Still, he forces a smile at her. Ignore his emotions. He takes a deep breath. I need to talk to you. I've never heard him with such a serious tone before. Is it going to be bad news? I do respect you immensely, and I appreciate the conversations we've had. The dinosaur nods, attentive but slightly nervous. I'd even go as far as to say that I feel like we have a connection. I barely know you. I don't like this guy, frankly. I think if we're gonna be picky choosy, I think we're going with Leon. This guy is weird. I don't know. I understand. I want to share something with you that is very important to me, but man, I'm terrified that this is going to change things between us. Share something? He hesitates for a moment, then he takes a deep breath, intended to muster up some courage. He then carefully slides his hand into his shorts. Carefully. He mumbles to himself as he appears to gently grab onto something. What the hell is he gonna show me? He slowly takes a glass jar out of his pocket. There's a lid on it, punctured with holes. Small glass jar. There are about 10 ants in the jar. Not an impressive amount of ants. Impressive. Thanks. I caught them all myself. And that isn't as easy as it sounds, as these little creatures are tiny, fast, and fucking strong. Did you know that? The dinosaur sees that a weight has been lifted from Hunk's shoulders now that he has shown his ants. The stressed expression on his face turns to pride. Ants? This is all happening too fast for me. Hunk is too busy staring at his ants to notice the dinosaur's insensitive comment. Did you know that there is a spider called the ant spider? This spider pretends to be an ant so that it can live unnoticed among the ant colony. Can you imagine that? The spider just lives among a population that has no idea what kind of monster the spider really is. No one even notices it's a spider and a liar. Haha. The dinosaur awkwardly smiles while Hunk is still staring enthusiastically into his pot. Yep. Really bizarre. How cool is that, living among the ants? I wish I could do that, man. I just love ants. Would you like to take an ant quiz? Not really, or nope. Nope. Oh, I didn't really expect you to say no. I'd prepared quite a few questions, too. The dinosaur finds his passion and enthusiasm endearing. Hunk wants to slide the jar back into his jacket pocket, but for some wacky reason, he misses and the glass jar slips out of his hands. The pot shatters on the ground with a loud clatter. Shocked, Hunk lets out a desperate cry. No, my life's work! The dinosaur is not that emotionally invested in the ants, so she doesn't really care that much. Hunk falls to his knees and desperately starts searching for his ants. Please, can you help me find the ants? Hunk looks at the dinosaur with pleading eyes. Aber not to lick, but of course. Sure, I'll help you look for your stupid fucking ants. Dinosaur pauses for a moment to leave room for a compliment about her impressive language skills. Thanks for wanting to help me. Oh shit, I gotta find ants. Oh fuck. Oh my god, there's ants in here? Oh my god. Where? What? There's ants in here? Where, dude? There's not a single fucking ant anywhere. What? You got me fucked up. Where are the ants? I've only got a minute. Bro, you got me fucked up. I found an ant. I found one. Hunk's eyes start to sparkle. I found one. Dude, this is impossible. Bro, there's no way I can find... There's 10 ants? That's a drawing of an ant. Does that not count? Bro, no way. Bro, what? There's not a single ant anywhere. Hello? I found literally one and there's none other? Guys, I swear to God, there's not another ant anywhere. I've searched this room top to bottom. Health. Trophies. No smoking. Flowers. Book. Table. There's no other ants. You're fucked up in the crib, dude. I found a second one. Oh my God. Look at how... What? What? Look, they're circled. Look at how... What? What? That one? No, dude. You gotta cheat to get this. Are you kidding me? There's one above the door posing as a... like a screw? Look at this. The first one is like easy because it's like right up front. That's insane, man. There's one... No, there's no fucking way. There's one here hidden in the strands of the carpet. No way. I refuse. That's insane, dude. The sun has eyes and it's an ant. The 8 on the clock was an ant. That's fucked up. The guy in the fire escape sign above the door to Dr. Leon's office has antenna, making him an ant. That's fucked up, dude. Ants do seem really small lately. Huh. I quit. Looking for ants is boring if you can't find them. She gets it. Disappointed, Hunk looks up at her and then continues to search on his own. While Hunk is still desperately crawling on the floor, the door to Dr. Leon's office swings open. It's a salamander with big tits. It's time for your appointment. Oh, I gotta go. Will I see you again next week? Depends, as long as you don't lose your vision in the meantime. Acute blindness is a real thing. Anyway, come on in. I like when Leon comes out and she tries to finish her conversation with Hunk. Leon thinks that she's talking to him and answers instead of Hunk. I love that. Welcome. Please take a seat. Thank you. The dinosaur softly places her butt on the chair opposite to Leon. Can you imagine it? Say, before we start, are you still talking to that guy in the waiting room? Oh, yeah. Maybe I should have discussed it with you. I was wondering, didn't you notice anything strange about him? Strange messages at night. Well, I didn't know. Maybe this has nothing to do with him, but I keep receiving strange messages at night from an unknown number. Oh? Strange messages. What kind of strange messages? Are we talking about those gifts of birds with human arms? No, they're like love-related dilemmas. You think this might have something to do with the person in the waiting room? I have a bad feeling about it. I don't know. He just sprung to mind when you asked me about him. Is there any reason you think it could be him? Does he have your phone number? Did he do something to make you think this? No, nothing like that. Leon looks up thinking, waiting for his brain to send information to his mouth. Have you tried asking who it is? I actually don't think I asked who it is, right? I never actually did ask who it is. I just was like, you have the wrong number. No. Was that a sarcastic tone just now? No. My mistake. Suddenly, Dinosaur feels like she's turning one of those molehills into a mountain. Sorry, it's probably nothing. Forget what I said. Don't be too hard on yourself. Listen to your feelings carefully. Unless they are unreasonable and stupid. Maybe you're right. But why did you ask me if I spoke to the man in the waiting room anyway? Of course, I can't say anything because of the doctor-patient bond I have with him. But let's just say that there are reasons why he also sees me every week. That guy must be deranged, and in brackets, hypocritical. I'm gonna do it. After the dinosaur declared Hunk is crazy, she starts imitating the sound of a cuckoo clock. A cuckoo clock that strikes 12 o'clock. So her joke goes on for far too long. Leon didn't laugh at the first two cuckoo sounds, so the chance that he will do this the chance that he will do this the next 10 times is pretty small. The 9th time, he does chuckle. Thank God. Anyway, how are you doing this week? I don't know. I think I need another massage. Bluff. Nice try. Today we're going to do the Rorschach test. In this test, I will show you a number of ink blots, and since Mr. Rorschach apparently wasn't a good artist, we're left to figure out what these spots are supposed to be for ourselves. These interpretations tell me more about your character traits and the subconscious way of thinking. The dinosaur stares at the fly on Leon's pants. There's one specific blot that I would like to interpret for him. There's an ant! There's an ant on the screen! Do you see it? There's a fucking ant! There's an ant on her thigh. Look. One of Hunk's fucking stupid ants that escaped is in Dr. Leon's office, and it's crawling up my screen. Ew, what is that filthy creature doing here? With a terrified swipe of Leon's hand, the ant is launched from the desk. That must have been one of Hunk's ants. Interesting creatures, though, those ants. Have you heard about that ant spider? A beautiful creature that... Yep. Oh. Anyway, it's time for the Rorschach test. Are you ready? The dinosaur was ever so ready for it. Are you ready? No. I was wrong. I was wrong. Alright, the dinosaur, here we go. Look, there's my drawing from last session. Look at the shitty Trogdor I did. I got most of it. You can see the fire in like the mouth. The body, the cool S, and he's got a wing. And his big beefy arm is larger than the entire rest of his body. Leon takes an image from behind his desk with an abstract ink blot on it. Can you tell me what you see in this ink blot? A rectum. I'd go with a flower. Interesting. Leon carefully notes his findings on his notepad. Then he pulls out a second image. What about this image? A bird, an airplane. A veiny butterfly. Okay. Bizarre. Leon scribbles his findings on his papers. And what do you see in this next image? What do I see? Shame. The sweetest cat on earth. One of those pretentious pieces of art. I don't know. The shapes, the personal expression, the emotion. It touches me. The artist's pain really shines through in this piece. When you look at the deliberate use of color and lack of straight lines, it's clearly a real statement about society and the desperation the artist felt at the time. I think it's supposed to be a cat. That only shows how powerful this piece is even more. The fact that everyone can interpret and experience it completely differently. Beautiful, right? Well, I'd probably call it an atrocity if I would try to make something and people couldn't even see what it's supposed to be. She's so stupid because she forgot that she drew this herself. It's so dumb. What do you feel when looking at the following image? It's a uterus. One of those Rorschach ink blots. A bike. Another penis. Dr. Leon makes another extensive note. As she follows his hand movements, he appears to write down the letters dumb. The letters D-U-M-B, dumb. And then finally, this one. Leon holds his index finger up to his chin as he looks at DDinosaur questioningly. Are you serious? What do you mean? Wait. Why do all these images slightly resemble private parts? That's just your interpretation. You have to understand that these are abstract inkblots. What you see in this is a reflection of your feelings. To one person, this might be a soothing field of flowers, where to you, it's your expression of unhealthy obsession with genitals. Oh. The dinosaur feels somewhat caught with this revelation. Leon finishes his notes based on the dinosaur's last answer and hesitantly nods. I see. He scrolls through the results. Yes. I think I see what part of your problem might be. Wait. A diagnosis? Already? Leon holds his index finger and thumb on his chin like no one does when they're really thinking. Your desperate answers to these abstract blots make it all too clear. How did I not see this before? I would say that one of the things that may be bothering you is that you are lonely. If he already knows this, he is only one step away from finding out what the actual reason is, that I am a huge carnivore that can grow up to 14 meters long and can weigh 8 tons. A dinosaur. The dinosaur feels caught red-handed and starts blushing. Do you agree with this? Nope. I've got someone waiting for me at home, so lonely? I wouldn't say that. Dinosaur, are you talking about your sweet cat Robson again? The dinosaur feels caught and has a nice butt. In case you forgot. While it's true that a pet can definitely reduce things like stress and loneliness, studies do show that social interactions and partnerships are among the basic human needs for many. Maybe that's something to think about. Okay, Leon, I'll think about it. In bed tonight, naked. Leon starts blushing. The dinosaur surprises herself and doesn't know where she got the goddamn nerve from to act like this today. I'll think about it very long and very slowly because of my walnut-sized brain. Leon's breathing speeds up as she talks into his ear. There's a fucking ant again. The dinosaur is so close to him now that she can see his goosebumps appear. Ew, where do those filthy animals come from? My apologies, this is no way to present my office. I'm gonna clean it up right away. See you next week! Just don't look at my clothes pile. Alright, where were we? I need a snack first. Give me a second. Ooh. Doritos are so fucking good, man. Why are they so good? Oh, ew, gross, ew. I got raided into a person. Who? I won't specify, that would be rude. Wouldn't it? Alright. While the dinosaur is patting dry some of her erogenous zone, the dinosaur takes steps out of the bathroom. Oh, Jesus. I really... hold on. Let me get back into it. She feels a lot more relieved after today. Hunk shared something with me that he never dared to share with anyone else. His ant collection. The way he opened up to me gives me hope that one day I might be able to do the same. Also, Leon has already found out that I'm lonely. Do I really come across that desperate? Or is he just bringing this out in me? As she slips into her slightly see-through nightgown, she sees Mr. Robson already sleeping in his iconic ball shape. As she prepares to carefully lie down next to him, she sees her phone screen light up because a message has just come in. What a mood breaker. She already knows what's coming next. This must be one of these disturbing messages again. On her phone, she sees a message from the mysterious number with a question. Straight to the point, eh? Do you believe
that you can sense when something bad is about to happen?
The question gives her an anxious feeling in her gut. My answer is no. I don't... If people could feel when something bad was about to happen, a lot more tragedies and accidents would be avoided. The way you feel when something bad is about to happen is awareness. I'm sorry, that's so good. Oh. Situational awareness will help you avoid potential bad things. So I'm going to say no. She answers the question and puts the phone away without thinking about it any longer. She's startled by the vibration of the incoming message. Irritated, she puts her phone on silent but still catches a glimpse of the message. This is what other people think. 58.9% of people think that they could sense it. 58.9% of people are delusional. 41% of people are normal. Just leave me alone already. She catches herself saying this out loud by accident, but luckily Mr. Robson doesn't respond. The corners of her mouth curl up as she sees him lying next to her, peacefully with his stomach up in the air. The dinosaur smiles at Robson and jokingly says, "You're no use to me at all, are you?" Immediately, the stressful thoughts fall away as she again realizes how Mr. Robson always makes her feel better. She strokes his cute belly while he lies peacefully next to her. But when her hand touches his six-pack, she instantly notices that something is wrong. Mr. Robson? A wave of terror shoots through her heart like an arrow. With her hand on his thigh, she gently shakes him back and forth in an attempt to wake him. This is the very first time he doesn't purr when she touches him. Don't you fucking dare. Mr. Robson, the tone in her voice sounds concerned. Is something wrong? Let me help you. But it's already too late. His muscles have already relaxed and his body has already cooled down. Not blinking, the dinosaur stares at Mr. Robson, refusing to believe that this is actually happening. Mr. Robson, no! Tears well up in her eyes as she desperately tries to come up with a solution that does not exist. She tries to wake him one last time, but to no avail. Robson... A stream of tears run down her face and her nipples. Sorry, I know it sounds inappropriate in this context, but that's just what is happening. When she carefully lifts him up and hugs him tightly, she sees a letter where he was just lying. Fly high, Mr. Robson. I can't believe he's dead. That's messed up, man. Her hands are shaking while she picks up the letter as she tries to wipe her tears from her eyes with her wrist. The letter was written by Robson and addressed to her. Dear DDinosaur, if you are reading this, unfortunately, I am no longer alive. Is this German? Am I hearing German? Although we preferred never to think about it, we both knew that this adventure called life would one day come to an end. And I'm glad that in my case, this was largely by your side. I know that you are terrified of being alone, and that this will be difficult for you, but believe me when I say that I will always be with you. Every one of our memories, every adventure we experienced is now a part of you, and this way, I will always be part of you as well. As I write this, realizing how cute that must look, I wonder if cats go to heaven. Probably not. Because I once played with a pigeon until it was dead. I didn't even eat it. Realized that. I just did it for fun. Anyway, I want you to know that I am proud of you. You're afraid you're a monster when you were the only one who always treated me with love. You're afraid of how people would react to you if they really got to know you, when this really should be their greatest honor. You're afraid that your pants are too tight, while it would only make me see your anal lips better. DDinosaur, I hope that even a few of these words can bring you just an ounce of extra happiness, because if there is something who deserves it, someone who deserves it, it's you. I will wait for you until our paths cross again. Except if someone makes a pss, pss, pss. If someone makes a psh, psh, psh sound in the afterlife, then I might rub my sweet face against his shin and will maybe follow him. I love you because I am very sweet. Farewell, Mr. Robson. Thank you, Ole844. This is a very heart-wrenching and emotional moment. But Ole, thank you. Thank you for following. Thank you for being my 500th follower. This is a great honor, and I am very blessed. The blessing of Mr. Robson. You are my 500th follower. Thank you so much. Congrats on 500. It only took us 3 years, but we finally did it. Congrats. Yeah, thank you. I see you've also got Lekker Appie. We had other people in here posting these emotes, which is funny. I like the Robson emote. Cute. Anyway, 07 Mr. Robson. His backstory was emotionally heartbreaking, and it was just kind of awful, and I'm really sad to see him go. The game was like, do you think you can sense when bad things are about to happen, and then immediately possibly the worst thing that could happen to DDinosaur just happened? The dinosaur gasps for air as she sobs uncontrollably. P.S. Oh yeah, and just in case the rumor is true that you poop when you die, I put a $50 bill in the envelope so you can get some new sheets. Sorry about that in advance. There is no $50 bill in the envelope. A tear falls on the letter, right after the word farewell, as if it were the full stop that ends the letter. Even when he wrote his farewell note, he only thought about me. He was so sweet. The dinosaur struggles to realize what has happened as she plants a kiss on his little cat face. A storm of panic and thoughts rush through her head. They all flow chaotically through one another in all directions. My Mr. Ricky has come. Hey, buddy. You want to see my Mr. Robson? Here. Here's my Mr. Robson. Here he is. Hey, Ricky. His name is Mr. Ricky. He left cat hair everywhere. Holy shit. You got the emotes because you follow sub the devs for years. You hop into streamers who play the game sometimes. That's very funny. Thanks for checking out the stream. I really appreciate that. Putters go away. I have 3 cats. Finally good content? Okay, cringy. Her thoughts flow chaotically through one another in all directions, all with one conclusion. What do I do now? It's all too much for her. She can't control the flow of tears. This moment is even more sad than when Leonardo went under the ice in Titanic. The overwhelming feeling of sadness physically hurts her as she cries. She gently presses Mr. Robson's body against her one last time. His dead face between those big melons. Ricky, come here, and Putters go away. Well, Putters just wants to be annoying. Ricky like wanted pets. Now I really am all alone. Farewell, my friend. Achievement unlocked. Sad g. Week 6, waiting room. Yeah, the irony's not lost on me. Oh, Ricky, come here. Oh, Putters, go away. Go, get out of here. It's because he comes in here and he's like, meow, and he like, he immediately leaves anyway. I don't have to tell him to leave. He just wants to come in and like be loud and annoying and then run away. That's just kind of what he does. It is now a week later. When DDinosaur walks into the waiting room, she sees on the clock that she is 5 minutes late. This isn't like her at all. Normally, she makes sure that she is always on time so that people do not have to wait for her. DDinosaur is clearly still feeling down. She even looks a bit disheveled. She has bags under her eyes. Her clothes are not ironed, and you can tell from her eyes that she has been crying not long ago. Don't worry, she is still sexually attractive. Well, thank God. That was all I... Without even realizing he was there, Hunk stands up to comfort her. What's going on? Did you make onion hash? No, it's Mr. Robson. He's down for the count. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Whoa. Hunk's eyes open wide. Oh no, that's horrible. I just now decided that that's going to be his voice. His empathy makes her even more emotional, and she collapses into his muscular arms. When her cheek rests on his veiny bicep, it feels warm. Some might say she's hotter that way, but emotionally distressed. Littlefoot. Littlefoot's mom? Yeah. Land Before Time. That Land Before Time is I have a lot to say about Land Before Time. She def got that neck. Yeah, I would caress that neck. Not in like a sexual manner, just like a comforting manner. You know? It was a land before time. It sure was. His muscular human arms remind her of those of her cat and pet, Mr. Robson. I know how you feel. When he says that, she hears him also getting choked up. The dinosaur looks up to see if he's a bitch. After last week's fall, one of my aunts also didn't survive. The lump in his throat grows audibly. He looks up, points to the sky, and sends up an air kiss. Peace. Oh no, was it Mike? No, it was Cindy, but still. The dinosaur says, rest in peace, while running her thumb across her throat like the Undertaker. Hunk grabs her shoulders and looks into her eyes with a look as if he really means it. Listen, if you ever need a distraction or just want to talk about it, you can always come to me. I really appreciate that. But I'm afraid I'm not going to see you anymore after today. just these two guys. I believe it is the only characters in this game are what was Mr. Robson, Hunk, Leon, and the dinosaur herself. I don't think we're gonna see any more. But what do you mean? She can see on his face that he didn't see this coming. I have decided that today is going to be my last appointment with Dr. Leon. I've been thinking about it for a while now. If I can actually do this. If I can ever be completely open. But now with this whole Robson thing going on, I don't think I can continue to do this anymore. For a moment, the dinosaur notices panic on Hunk's face. Never see you again? With a concerned look, Hunk thinks carefully about what he's going to say next. Never see you again. But don't you think right now is actually a good time to try and open up about your feelings? Especially now that you're not feeling well. Don't get me wrong, but no one really ever goes to the therapist for fun. With all the overwhelming negative feelings of the past week, she hadn't looked at it that way for some reason. She remembers that Hunk and Leon have been nothing but a source of positivity since she met them. She briefly considers sexualizing him, but then realizes that this may not be the most appropriate time. Maybe you're right. That's so sweet of him. I really appreciate that. And don't take this the wrong way, but this is my number. You can always bother me if you want to talk to me about anything. He takes a piece of paper and writes down a phone number that consists exclusively of numbers. His phone number? That's so sweet of him. The dinosaur starts to blush. What a long number. You know what they say about men with long numbers. Thank you, I appreciate that. Then the door to Leon's office swings open. Check this out. Leon storms into the waiting room while pointing at his mouth. While you were late, I learned to blow saliva bubbles. The dinosaur blushes again as she watches Leon's sensual lips blow a bubble of saliva that just barely leaves his mouth. The bubble bursts within mere moments. Hold on, I can't do it anymore now that you guys are watching. He makes a few more attempts while Hunk and the dinosaur are watching patiently. None of the attempts are very impressive. Whatever. Come in, dinosaur. Yeah, so hot. Very attractive. Just incredible. My pants are wet, man. Hold on, I'm gonna have a quick O. Henry piece. Soy Henry, yeah. I considered sitting here and trying to replicate the saliva bubble, and then I decided that would be really gross, and I'm not gonna do that. But my mind went back in time to when I was a child, and I was like, I know how to do that. I'm not going to do it, though. Sorry. Trying to finish that drink. The dinosaur is sitting slumped in the chair opposite of Dr. Leon, while her thoughts have now wandered back to the loss of Mr. Robson again. She can hear Leon talking, but what he says doesn't quite register because of her wandering thoughts. With a concerned look, Dr. Leon looks at her from head to toenails and notices the bags under her eyes. Had a rough night of sleep. She snaps out of her wandering thoughts. Yeah, maybe. You look stressed. Is there a factor that has made you more stressed than usual in this past week? That may be true. My sweet cat, Mr. Robson, passed away last week. Oh no, that's terrible. The dinosaur can see in his eyes that it really touches him. How are you doing? Are you keeping your head above water? The dinosaur shrugs her shoulders as she feels tears welling up in the corners of her eyes. I know what it's like to lose a best friend. The dinosaur looks at Leon questioningly. I had a goldfish once. I forgot what his name was. Who also passed away. The dinosaur looks at Leon emotionally. I forgot to feed him, you know, and then I just flushed him down the toilet. But the toilet was getting clogged up, So he floated back up to the surface. So I actually had to flush like 3 to 4 times or something. The dinosaur looks at Leon with a sympathetic look. That must have been very hard for you. Yeah, the plumber actually charged me more money too, because it happened late in the evening. That was very hard on me. So yeah, I know exactly how you feel. I wish you well. Really appreciate that. You may have been trying the saliva, maybe not. Yeah. You put more paper on stubborn floaties? What? Is that real? Why would that be the case? You know what? I'll just take your word for it. The dinosaur does feel a little bit more understood, and that really helps. I understand it's all quite fresh, so let me know when you're ready to talk about it more. As always, his warm voice calms her down a little more. Impactful events such as the loss of a muscular cat can not only have a negative impact on your mental health, but it can also affect your memory. So to test the state of your stress level, I would first like to take another memory test today. Nothing intense, just answering some questions. Do you think you can handle that? What was the test again? Hilarious. You must be the funny one in your household. Now that you live alone. Holy shit. You fucking asshole. Oh my god. Wow, dude. That's so fucked. I'd like to ask you to close your eyes and relax as much as possible. Dinosaur closes her eyes. She likes it when Leon gives her instructions. Panting emoji, panting emoji, panting emoji. Great. That's great. That's great. Sorry, I'm just... Give me a second. Okay. Sorry. Now I'm going to ask you some questions that will make you feel stupid if you get them wrong, okay? Okay. But before we start, I would like to ask you to remember the following number, 1983. Now, let's start. We'll start with an easy question. Do you remember the following? What is the color of my iconic tie? I was just fucking looking at this guy. I don't think he is wearing a tie, is he? He's not. He's not wearing a tie. That's right, I find those things a bit too suffocating myself. He says as he nearly bursts out of the tightest shirt ever. Time for the second question. How many chairs are in the waiting room? I think there's 4. That's right, nice job. On to the next question. How many framed diplomas are on the wall in my office? It's probably like an obscenely comedic amount. I really don't remember. It's probably the highest amount possible, 7. It's got to be 6 or 7. I'm gonna go with 7. That's wrong. There are 6 of them. If you can't even count the amount of diplomas, I can already guess how many you have hanging on your wall. Alright, buddy. Next question. What was the color of your sweet cat Mr. Robson's collar? It was pink. The dinosaur takes out the photo that she showed to Leon earlier during the drawing test. That's right. I knew this one wouldn't be a problem for you. We move on to the next question. What text is on the poster on the right in the waiting room? I think it says relax. The one on the left says hang in there. Yeah. That is correct. Impressive. Whatever. Time for the next question. How many weeks have you been coming here now? Isn't this week 6? That's right. Time flies. Time flies, don't you think? Time for the next question. What is not in the waiting room? A microphone? A vending machine? A trash can? A book? I think the obvious answer is why would there be a microphone in the room? Why would there be a microphone in there? But it's probably one of these stupid things like the vending machine or the trash can. I'm going trash can. Yo, it was trash can. Oh, the microphone was the receptionist desk, even though there's no receptionist. That's absolutely right. Next question. What color is the band in your hair? Oh shit. I was too busy staring at her tits the entire time. Red, purple, black? Is it red? Purple? But she's purple. Is she wearing a purple band? It sort of blends. Well, she has her hair in a ponytail, so she has to have like a hairband in there, right? I think it's red. That's right. I'm starting to think you're just improvising these questions. Next question. What's the first thing you ever said to me? I said I tried to type my name and it like fucked me up. Wait, you remember? I thought I was the only one that thought it was a special moment. Of course I still remember. They lock eyes for a moment, slowing down time. Next question. What's on the necklace of the man in the waiting room? It says, whatever. Oh. That's right, indeed. I didn't expect you to be so obsessed with it. Next question. What color are my eyes? Doesn't he have blue eyes? Or are they... They're blue or green, aren't they? They're like blue or green, I think. What do you... Are they blue or are they green? I don't remember. They're bleen? Are you sure they're bleen? Jeez, dude, I don't know. Bleen. I legitimately don't know. I'm going green. Oops. Look at the photo. Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. No, I'm blowing my chances with this guy, dude. The dinosaur thought this was a bit of a lame question. If he wanted me to know that, he should have worn a "my eyes are up here" cry laughing emoji t-shirt. I was wrong. Let me see then. The dinosaur looks deep into Leon's eyes. For a moment they forget what they are doing, which is ironic because it was a memory test. Well, do you happen to know what the color of my belt is? I can't seem to remember very well. Is it okay to feel it to refresh my memory? What am I, Braille text? No, I'm just messing with you. Sure you can. The dinosaur gently slides her hand over his 10-pack down towards his belt. She still has her eyes closed after all. This is a serious psychological test. I already remember, she says, chuckling after feeling it for about 6 minutes. Leopard print. ROG RGB gamer lights. Glow in the dark or black. It's none of these, but I'm going with ROG gamer lights. The dinosaur deliberately gives the wrong answer. Oopsie, maybe I should just feel again then. As she slowly slides her hand towards Leon's belt, this time up via his thigh, till she suddenly feels his hard knob and grips it tightly. What are you doing? She's sucking on a doorknob. Oh, by the way, before I forget, what was the number I asked you to remember at the beginning of this test? Huh? It was 1983. That's right. You can't be fooled, can you? He says to the dinosaur who just accidentally sucked a door handle. Very good. You answered 10 out of the 13 number of questions correctly. Your memory seems to be performing above average. The dinosaur holds her hands on her hips and feels superior over everyone that performed worse than her. She deliberately ignores the part where she was guessing some of the answers. Anyway, I'm proud of you for giving it a shot, the dinosaur. I suggest you take it easy for the rest of the day. I will, thanks, Leon. The dinosaur is about to get up to go home, but then changes her mind. Oh, and Leon, I've been thinking about what you said, by the way. About opening my heart to the possibility of love. And I think I might have been open to this day, the day I first came here. Leon nods at her kindly. That's good to hear. The dinosaur winks at him as she walks towards the exit. Well, see you next week, Doctor. We'll see you next week, Doctor. Leon says with a mocking tone. Huh? Sorry, I had a bad night of sleep. Fucking asshole, what the fuck?